We're going to talk some basketball here for just a second on MidMinnesotaSports.com, and with us is Forrest Larson with the Take It to the Rim camp that goes on here in Sauk Center. First of all, thank you for joining us here.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Let's talk about the Take It to the Rim. Maybe start with yourself. Give us your background and how you came about with Take It to the Rim.
I coached for 26 years in the state of Wisconsin, and we started this in Ladysmith when I was coaching there back in about 92 or 93. We started our first perimeter camp. I was working with Eddie Andrist. He was the head coach at Mount Scenario at the time, and we kind of based the whole thing on a guy out of Pennsylvania by the name of John Miller. He was the best high school coach I've ever seen. His son Sean is the head coach at Arizona. His other son Archie is head coach at Dayton, and they were all about offensive skills, 2-ball drills, 1-ball drills, offensive footwork, and so we just kind of took everything from the Millers and kind of built it from there.
Mm-hmm. And so how long have you been doing this?
This is since 92, so
Okay.
This is about year 21 or something, if I'm doing my math right, that
right?
I've been doing this. Yep.
All right. You know, through those years, and I'm sure as a coach, too, you see basketball, not only the game itself as it's changed through the years, but how about the players, too? Can you kind of touch on that for us?
I don't think kids have changed at all. I think kids, you know what, I think a typical kid, I think they want to get pushed. I think a lot of kids, they want to be as good as they can be, and we try to get that done at camp. I think 99.9% of the kids that I deal with, they're great kids. We'll get some kids at camp, wrong camp. If you know, if you are not if you're not willing to work hard, or learn about hard work, you're coming to the wrong camp. But most kids, I think they want to be pushed. I think girls, especially, girls want to be treated like athletes. I think it was maddening for me when my daughter played, and she had coaches who said, "You know what, you're girls. We're not going to push you here." That was maddening. You know, I think especially young ladies want to be pushed. And they want to be good, so you know we try to get that done.
And touch on too the more or less the philosophy of the camp, and as you talk about offensively, maybe that's something. Has that changed through the years, or just the style of play for basketball players?
I think what's happened is kids have actually gotten worse. I think what we're doing at camp, a lot of kids aren't doing anymore. It's you know, the days of guys getting out in their driveway playing 2-on-2, 3-on-3. Those days are over. And when you're playing 2-on-2, 3-on-3 in your driveway, everybody's handling the basketball. Everybody touches the ball. Everybody puts it down. Everybody scores. So I think those are great skill builders back in the day where kids were actually outside playing 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, and everybody was getting touches. Today, I think you got a lot of parents who are in charge of youth teams. You know that don't know how to teach skills. I think it's we're going to win this weekend. We're going to teach this offense. We're going to teach this press breaker, and but you don't teach kids how to play. Mm-hmm. I would say when I was coaching, our deal was we are going to teach you how to play. You're going to be able to go full speed with your left hand. You're going to be able to change pace. You're going to have one good change of direction. You're going to be able to back the ball up. You are going to be great at pivoting, things like that. I think that's how you win, is with fundamentals.
Well, I guess I'll give you this opinion. To me, I see today's basketball player, it's either you drive to the basket, I'm going all the way, or I'm going to shoot a three. Do you see that in today's ball player?
I think there's some offenses, even when we were running dribble drive, there's no in between with dribble drive. It's either a layup or a three. A lot of kids, if I'm coaching and I am forcing the other team to take pull-up jumpers, I'm really happy. I don't think kids are going to make that. I don't think kids are going to make that shot. I would say that's another difference. I think back in the day, and maybe I'm just getting old, I think there were more kids who could shoot the basketball. That's the hardest skill, I think, to teach is shooting, and you got to start getting that done at an early age. And I don't know if kids are as good as shooters today as maybe back a while ago.
You deal with what age levels, first of all, at your camps, and where do you see the breakdown with the kids, and what should they be working on from a 6th, 7th grader to then the varsity player?
I think the younger you are, the lower level skill you are, you're going to spend a little bit more time on the stationary drills. But what we're teaching, ball handling, it's the easiest skill to learn. I mean, a little bit each day is a powerful thing. If you're spending 10 minutes a day on your ball handling, you're doing that 6 days a week. By the end of the summer, you're going to be pretty good. I think as you get better, you're going to spend less time on the stationary drills, and then kids got to start to kind of figure it out. What am I good at? I would say the minimum that you want to be able to do, everybody should be able to go full speed with their left hand. That one change of direction, the one change of pace, and then back it up. That's the minimum every kid should. That was my goal as a coach. Every kid in my program is going to be able to do that. Then I think if a kid's a little bit better, now you start to add your inside-out dribble and some things like that. Every kid, 4 ways to finish, 3 or 4 ways to finish. We're teaching that. If you're a better player, a one-sport athlete, you're probably going to add some things there. So I think kids, as they go, they kind of figure out, hey, the crossover, that's my best dribble move. Okay, awesome. Now, do you have a counter for that? If I take your crossover away, can you inside-out dribble? So you're kind of building your skills program as you go.
Let me ask you this then, too, about the athlete themselves. What's your message to the one-sport athlete, 2 sports, or 3 sports? Do you encourage a 3-sport athlete out here?
Absolutely. I think your best athletes, your best players, are competitors. They're going to play. They're going to play 2 or 3 sports. I've had kids play for me. They're one-sport guys. They were basketball guys. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I would never discourage anybody from playing another sport. I think you're a high school coach, and you're giving your kids the message that this is the only sport. And now that kid graduates, and he goes, "Hey, coach, I wish I would have played football." Too late. I think you got to let kids make up their own mind in that regards.
Then what is your thought then, too, to just talk to the athlete or even the parents, too? It's kind of a fine line on how much is too much. Where's that balance that you see that you want to get to?
I think every kid is different. I think if you're making the kid do it, that's an issue. That's an issue. I think everybody kind of finds, how much do you love the game of basketball? Is it your first sport, your second sport, your third sport? If you love football and you're a football guy first and you're in the weight room, you're probably going to spend a lot less time playing basketball. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I think you got to have a couple guys on your team who got that football mentality. They're like linebackers. They can defend and rebound and do those kinds of things. So I think what a kid has to do today, the world is nuts. The football guy wants you, the basketball guy wants you, the baseball guy wants you. So you got to sit down and say, okay, here's my schedule, here's how much time I have to do this. Hey, ball handling, 10 minutes a day, you can get a lot done. You're going to be better. You're probably going to spend 15, 20 minutes a day doing that. But you got to find a way to get the most quality reps in, I think, in a limited amount of time.
Let me also touch on, too, to get your feelings on AAU basketball, because it's really kind of exploded here to where there's so much going on. What are your thoughts with that? And again, keeping that balance in mind.
I think AAU basketball is for the best kids. I think there's a lot of kids playing AAU basketball. They're paying $1,200, $1,400. I think guys are stealing their money. Think about how many kids are really going to, I'm playing AAU basketball because I think I'm looking down the road, I'm going to play in college. Awesome, if that's your dream. But I think there's a lot of kids playing AAU basketball who, if they stayed home, played with their team, if they worked in their driveway, in the long run, they would be better off. There's a lot of stuff there. Your AAU coach, does that guy know what he's doing? What are you doing at practice? How much playing time are you getting? If you're going out to Las Vegas and you're playing 1 game on Thursday, or 2 games on Thursday, and your total playing time, maybe you sat half the game out, so you're playing 30 minutes of basketball. Now you're going back to your hotel room, whatever. Now you come back Saturday, to me, wow, you're wasting a lot of time. Are you getting your lifts in? Are you getting your ball handling in? Are you getting shots up? I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about AAU. I'd say most of my kids never played AAU basketball. We made 5 trips to the state tournament. We were runners-up twice. We were state champions once. We were there 2 other times. And I probably had, I think in 26 years of coaching, about 3 kids play AAU basketball.
So getting back to, say, Take It to the Rim camp and just the kids themselves, it takes some work, but you also have to have some fun with the drills, and I'm sure that's what you're trying to teach, too.
Absolutely. The game of basketball actually becomes a lot more fun when your skills get better, and better. How can the game of basketball be fun if you're bad? If you're a low-level skill player. If you can't pivot, if you can't use your left hand, if you can't make layups, how can a game of basketball be fun? So, fun, sometimes that's doing a hard thing well. And I think the harder you work, the more fun the game is later on. I don't know if the Sauk Center girls had a whole lot of fun today. I think they did. But I think when you make 4 consecutive trips to the state tournament, and you're on that bus going to play, you're having fun. And when the whole town of Sauk Center is down there watching you play, I think you're having a lot of fun, and you're glad you paid the price in June during the summer.
Yeah, I will say, it's a great deal of fun. It is.
Yes, it is.
You know, as the kids go to the camps and that sort of thing, and I know when they go home and Dad says, "So what'd you do today?" I know that you have some DVDs available. Can you touch on that and what people can do with that?
Well, I think one of the things that kids are not good at is putting together a workout. To me, you're going to work out your ball handling for 20 minutes. Okay, I've got that workout written down. I'm doing this, and this, and this is my workout, and I'm planned and I'm organized. I think the DVDs, they do that. You've got the workouts right there. They're all like 20 to 25-minute workouts. So you're going NC State, I'm going tight chairs, spread chairs, half-court drives. You know, there's the workout. If I'm working on ball handling technique, there's the workout. There's a workout right there. Every kid, when they come to camp, everything that we do in camp, they get it emailed to them, an attachment, all the drills and how to get organized and all that.
Mm-hmm. So do you have a website then that they could go to?
TakeItToTheRim.com.
All right, very good.
TakeItToTheRim.com.
All right, and I guess the final message is that for a kid that if you look like a player.
You're going to become a player. Yep.
Okay.
You got to look like one first.
All right, real good. Well, thanks a lot for being with us.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Greatly
thank you.
appreciate it.
Okay, thanks a lot. This is Forrest Larson with Take It to the Rim here on MidMinnesotaSports.com.